Le leader de l'opposition a axé l'accident qui est arrivé à Cascavelle vendredi 18 juillet dernier. Joe Lejonga a question ministre transport Osman Mohamed. Lioulé gagne l'information concernant l'opérateur PL de la Savane auprès de l'NLTA. D'abord, cause de cet accident-là, si bus là fin examiné, qui ban résultat de sa inspection-là, nombre de bus de sa opérateur-là qui fin impliqué dans un accident, la ligne 5, 120 et 243 depuis juin 2014 à ce jour. Nombre de plaintes de la part de passagers contre sa opérateur-là depuis juin 2014 à ce jour, en précisant mesure qui fin prend, Patrick.
Nous rappelle, Priscilla, que cet accident-là qui fait plusieurs blessés. Premier élément laisse penser qu'il finit dans une défaillance mécanique qui sera à l'origine de l'accident. Peu après l'accident, finit dans une rumeur qui finit circuler principalement dans les réseaux sociaux concernant la propriété de l'autobus. C'est un type dire que ce bus-là il appartenir soit au député de la majorité Ravin Jagannath, soit à PL de la Savane. Mais dans un message qui est publié en ligne, Yudish Jagannath, le fils de Ravin Jagannath, qui fait une mise au point. Il dit que le bus impliqué dans l'accident n'appartient pas à Ravin Jagannath ni à la compagnie PL de la Savane et qui bus finit vendé depuis plus de 10 ans. Il finit préciser que la peinture de l'autobus cependant jamais pas fin modifiée, donc il peut encore avoir les couleurs de sa compagnie là et ça capable explique la confusion. Pour appuyer ses propos, Litchi aussi publié une copie du certificat d'enregistrement du véhicule, montrant que l'autobus appartient désormais à une autre compagnie. Et Ravin Jagannath, Litchi fin préciser qu'il y a une spéculation autour de cet accident qui est alimentée pour nuire à son image et à sa société.
Sinon, Patrick, pas moins ce qui 18 questions à l'agenda de la Prime Minister's Question Time. Parmi polémiques entourant délégation mauricienne dans le Parlement panafricain, député PMSD Adrien Duval pour interpeller le Premier ministre à ce sujet, l'affaire Angus Road, véhicule de l'ancien commissaire de police, ou encore dossier Chagos également au menu. Licenciement de 2 employés d'INS Africa pour également retenir l'attention lors de la tranche de question qui est réservée à ministre.
Adrien Duval, il peut envie de gagner une précision sur la composition de la délégation mauricienne qui est en Afrique du Sud, au siège du Parlement panafricain. Donc, Priscilla, comme on connaît, finit dans une polémique depuis plusieurs jours par rapport à ça. Question-là, et d'ailleurs, le Premier ministre, à la dernière séance parlementaire, il fait un statement à ce sujet-là. Adrien Duval s'intéresse aussi à la durée, au coût du séjour, aux frais de billets d'avion ainsi qu'au per diem perçu par les parlementaires pour cette mission. Député bleu souhaite également savoir si un membre de la délégation prête serment là-bas et à qui événements ont-ils participé. Autre question, celle de Ludovic Kazen, l'élu du MMM, interpelle Navin Ramgoulam au sujet de un véhicule de l'État qui ont été mis à la disposition de l'ancien commissaire de police pendant ce mandat. Il a envie qu'on si ça un véhicule a fini vendu après sa retraite et à quel prix, Priscilla?
Oui, alors Patrick, nous vous prenons tout de suite la direction de l'Assemblée nationale pour suivre cette PNQ du leader de l'opposition, Joe Lejonga, l'accident qui est arrivé à Cascavelle. Joe Lejonga qui nous rappelle l'IP interroge le ministre du Transport, Osman Mohamed.
Announcements none. Papers have been laid. Questions?
Yes, Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I've given notice of the following private notice question addressed to the Honourable Minister of Land Transport, whether in regard to the Perle de la Savane bus operator, he will, for the benefit of the House, obtain from the National Land Transport Authority information as to the causes of the accident of a bus thereof on Friday 18th July 2025 at Cascavelle, indicating if the bus has been examined and the outcome thereof, B, number of buses thereof involved in accidents on bus routes 520 and 243 since June 2014 to date, and C, number of complaints received from passengers against the bus operators since June 2014 to date, indicating the actions, if any, taken in relation thereto. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, this is the third PNQ addressed to me since I took office. Hence, explaining the importance of the land transport sector, which is responsible to commute the whole population and some 450 passengers daily by bus. Hence, the numerous initiatives which are being envisaged at the level of my ministry to enhance the level of service of buses, and which I will highlight during the course of my reply. At the very outset, I wish to draw the attention of the House and the Honourable Leader of the Opposition that the accident which occurred on 18 July 2025 around noon involves bus number 1620 March 13 of make UD trucks model SP 210 belonging to Pearl Logistics Limited and not PL de la Savane, as mentioned by the Honourable Leader of the Opposition in his substantive question. From the registration mark, it can be inferred that the bus is just over 12 years old, which is within the operating age of public buses, namely 21 years. The Leader of the Opposition will surely recall that this age limit was increased from 20 to 21 years in 2021, when the Honourable Leader of Opposition himself was a Cabinet Minister. Madam Speaker, without any further ado, let me straight away reply to part A of the question.
Yes.
The accidented vehicle was examined at AutoCheck Vehicle Examination Station for roadworthiness on Wednesday, 16 July 2025. That is only 2 days prior to the accident, by the vehicle tester, Mr. Denou, of the station. So we cannot possibly say that we cannot possibly have a more recent fitness report than this one. 2 days. According to the report from the Center Manager of the Vehicle Examination Center, no technical defect was found during the examination of the said bus. The vehicle passed a brake roller test according to reports submitted by the Vehicle Examination Station. With the axle plate detector apparatus used for the examination of the bus suspensions, visually, no defect was found according to the Center Manager report. Visual examination was also done for the undercarriage of the vehicle, and the report does flag that some defects were observed with regard to the exterior appearance and smoke emission level, which I'm informed by the expert do not impact adversely on the roadworthiness of the vehicle. Certificate of fitness was issued on 17 July 2025, and same is valid up to 16 July 2026. The bus was authorized to run on routes 243, Catrebonne to Chamarel. The MVL is valid up to February 2026. The bus owner, like I said earlier, is Pearl Logistics Limited since 25th of May 2021. According to the NLTA, Pearl Logistics has a fleet of 3 buses. One bus operates along Route 5, which is Bejucap to Catrebonne, one along Route 120, which is Bejucap to Port-Louis, and one along Route 243, which is Chamarel to Catrebonne. As regards PL de la Savane, it has a fleet of 4 buses, out of which 3 buses ply along Route 5 and 1 bus operates along Route 243. It is to be highlighted that the certificate of roadworthiness was not issued on the same day of the examination, as the licensee failed to produce the public service license issued by the NLTA, commonly known as the bus license, which is mandatory requirement. The bus license was produced on the following day. I'm saying this because if the reader asks for the report, he will see there's a day difference, was officially of bonne due form on the next day, hence explaining the effective days of the roadworthiness, which is delayed by 1 day. As regards the cause of the accident, I am informed by the police that the bus was motoring from the direction of Chamarel and proceeding toward Bambou, reaching at Clarence around 200 meters before the main entrance of Cascavelle Nature Park. Then the driver lost control of the bus, the result of which the bus knocked against a tree on the left side of the road and overturned on its near side. Alcohol test was performed on the driver by the ERS personnel and same yielded negative results. Sample of blood test was taken for analysis, and everybody knows that now it's public. 29 passengers were injured, including the driver, and quite seriously so. The said bus has been removed and is being kept at Lagolette Police Station for further investigation. Coming to part B of the question, Madam Speaker, I am informed by the police that 4 accidents occurred along bus route number 5, 120 and 243 since June 2014. Same includes 3 accidents on route 120 and 1 on route 243. Insofar as part C of the question is concerned, the NLTA informed that some complaints have been received from passengers against operation of buses along route 243, which is basically served by Pearl Logistics Limited and PL de la Savane. Madam Speaker, since the Honourable Leader of Opposition has made mention of PL de la Savane, let me inform the House that buses of the same operator are currently not being operated since 14 November 2022. As these vehicles had been prohibited for failing to provide satisfactory service and comply with the conditions of the license by the operator, which is the NLTA, and that was the subject of a cabinet decision by the former government. The minister would be aware, he was in the cabinet at that time. I am informed. This was the subject of a long court case for which judgment was delivered for reinstatement of the buses. Yeah. Madam Speaker, the House and the population will recall that I have met with the captains of the bus industry and other stakeholders only 5 days ago. On last Thursday, to present the broad parameters of the bus services industry bill, which is surely expected to revamp public land transport landscape for the benefit of the travelling public and in the quest for the modernization of the bus transport system. A lot of emphasis will be placed on technology, which will at long last eliminate subjectiveness in control and monitoring by the regulator. For the first time ever in this budget exercise, a financial provision, and quite a hefty one, I must say, 78 million rupees have been earmarked for implementation of the fleet management system, which through GPSs, Global Positioning System, I've explained many times in Parliament, and a centralized controller system based on the NLTA will allow the real-time monitoring for all 2,000 buses plying on our roads daily. The legislation will empower us to also install cameras in the buses. We are also envisaging, Madam Speaker, to fit each and every bus, if we have the funds, of course, with a dash cam, which will provide invaluable information on driver behavior and circumstances of accident. That is normally placed on where the driver sits, on the dashboard. On a related note, we are also contemplating the implementation of the passenger information network that seeks to give the travelling public real-time information on the movement of buses, including expected time of arrival. This will significantly improve commuters' travelling experience and reduce considerably stress related to bus journeys. The Bus Services Bill will bring in its margin a code of conduct for bus drivers, conductors, stand regulators, as well as passengers, and also the owners. The House and the population will also recall that only 4 days ago, the Cabinet of Ministers has given to my ministry the green light to give drafting instructions to the Attorney General's office for the preparation of an improved version of the penalty point system, which this time around will be more stringent as it contains more than 30 offences as compared to 21 previously, because over the last 10 years, the number of accidents have increased significantly. We are currently waiting for the final report for the police as to the real cause of the accident, which is the subject of the question. But, Madam Speaker, as a concluding note, I wish to give the assurance to the House and the population that the safety and security of passengers and road users are utmost important for this government, and in particular to the Prime Minister, because many a time he talks about road safety to me. There will be no cover-up in this particular accident or any other accident, for that matter. Whomsoever is responsible for any accident will have to bear the consequences of his action as per the law. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Yes, your first supplementary question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I myself has complained against buses operating on those routes as far back as 2018, when I was in many of that constituency, that is constituency number 14. Will the Honourable Minister inform the House, even though he has said that a test certificate was delivered for that bus, will he inform the House whether he is aware that the mechanic who examined the bus had informed the owner of the existence of several failures on that bus which had to be corrected? If he is aware, will he therefore at least meet that person to listen to his version?
1 minute. You mean before he went for the test?
Yes, Madam.
Okay.
Madam Speaker, this confirms what the Honourable Leader of the Opposition is saying. Before the test and in between the test, the company must have surely resolved the problem, because I have a clean certificate from the station, which I can table if he wants to.
Yes,
You want?
please table. Please table.
So,
yes, your next question, Leader.
The Honourable Minister must be aware of numerous complaints against buses on those three, operating on those three routes, that is 520 and 243, especially with regard to overspeeding. Can you inform the House of actions that are being envisaged to reduce overspeeding along those three routes?
Speaker, speeding is not the domain of my ministry. It's a domain of the police, because although Road Traffic Act is under my ministry, implementation of measures contained therein rests with the police. It's the owner of the police. But I can tell the Honourable Leader of the Opposition, like I explained just now, we are using technology. If a bus happens to overspeed, on the screen of the NLTA with the GPS, we could detect if the bus is overspeeding. It does happen sometimes, but buses try to overtake their counterparts so as to catch passenger or the next bus stop. It does happen. This is a phenomenon that not only happens on this route, but island-wide. That is why we are coming with bold measures to address this issue, which is a road safety concern.
Yes, Leader of the Opposition.
May I ask the Honourable Minister whether he is aware that the licensee for that bus has been called several times by the National Land Transport Authority and has been found to be not a fit and proper person to hold a license?
Does your question pertain to Pearl Logistics Limited or Pearl de la Savane Limited? Pearl Logistics Limited? No. My officers are telling me that no formal complaints have been lodged against the company.
Because your original Leader of the Opposition,
Yes.
remember your original question was not...
With regard to Pearl de la Savane, can the Minister confirm to the House whether complaints have been made for non-payment of fees to its respective cooperative, that is the Quatre Bornes Bus Cooperative Society?
Minister, just reply. Just reply.
Madam Speaker, I've explained at length to the Honourable Leader of Opposition that the subject of his question relating to that accident does not pertain to Pearl de la Savane Limited, but instead Pearl Logistics Limited, which is a totally different entity. So how does he expect me to have information on Pearl de la Savane?
Why I expect that, Honourable Minister? Can you confirm whether when you met captain of the bus industries 5 days ago, they made representations to you with regard to a sum of 350,000 rupees owed by Pearl de la Savane, and whether he's aware that complaints have also been filed at the NLTA against the same company?
Okay, Madam Speaker,
Let the Minister reply, please.
it would appear that
He's
the
doing
Honourable...
very well. Yes.
It would appear that the Honourable Leader of the Opposition has a fixation on Pierre de la Savane, which is totally wrong because this is not the subject of your question. But I will reply to you. My officers, all the officers are here. I don't recall anyone standing up and making a complaint formally against Pierre de la Savane during that said meeting. Otherwise, I would have recalled because I answered all the questions myself.
One more question?
Yeah, may I ask the Honourable Minister whether he will consider starting an inquiry on this company and proceed to a full assessment of their vehicles and staff so as not to endanger the lives of innocent passengers?
You mean of Pearl de la Savane? Both companies.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, Madam, as regards Pearl Logistics Limited, there is a police inquiry on the accident which we are awaited, like I've said extensively during the reply. As regards Pearl de la Savane, he's targeting someone in the house, we all know. There has been a court ruling on this company, and this court ruling allowed the company to go back on the road. So what am I going to do?
The Honourable Minister gave assurance to the House that there will be no cover-up with regard to any inquiry regarding those two companies. Can you confirm again what he just stated?
I concluded by saying this. Let me tell.
Let the Minister speak, please. Yes, Minister.
Yeah, let me tell the Honourable Leader of the Opposition. I did take the undertaking earlier. The subject matter that the Prime Minister talks to me more often in my ministry is regards to road safety. So we are leaving no stones unturned, Madam, to enhance road safety in Mauritius. And the Cabinet decision of last Friday, only after 8 months, approving that we apply, that we give drafting instruction to the Attorney General to come forward with legislation on penalty point system with more than 30 offences. I think now it's about 34. Bears testimony as compared to 21 before, bears testimony to our commitment to road safety.
The question, one moment. Question was about cover-up. Just answer that question.
Madam, it is
Yes.
in my substantive reply.
Yeah, I
no
know.
cover-up will be.
Yeah, if there is cover-up, you'll come back with another question.
That was my question, Madam Speaker. I've got a last question. Can the Honourable Minister inform the House how will his ministry remedy to the lack of buses in the western region of the country, particularly from a Beach Cup?
Yeah, Madam, over the last 10 years, this land transport sector has been totally neglected. Totally neglected.
Okay.
Now we are doing our level best, including starting with a holistic survey by the NLTA. And in a few days' time, the Prime Minister and myself, we will be inaugurating 100 buses, which is given to us by Government of India, electric buses. This will be Very useful in trying to address the problem island-wide. Thank you.
Thank you. One moment. Members, that's the end of it. I have a problem. I can't see my brief. Will you please give me a brief? I think there's so many papers today.
He just lost his brief.
There's so many papers today, I must have left it, or I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on. Now we've finished with the PNQ. We will start with PQs addressed to the...
Et voilà donc pour cette PNQ de Joe Lejonga, donc leader de l'opposition, ce PNQ qui a axé l'accident qui est arrivé à Cascavelle vendredi 18 juillet dernier. Joe Lejonga donc a finulé l'information du ministre du Transport Ousmane Mohamed concernant l'opérateur PL de la Savane auprès de la NLTA. D'abord, à cause de l'accident, ces bus-là sont examinés, qui ban résultat de cette inspection-là. Nombre bus de cet opérateur-là qui finit impliqué dans un accident, la ligne 5, 120, 243, depuis juin 2014 à ce jour. Nombre de plaintes de la part de ban passagers contre cet opérateur-là depuis juin 2014 à ce jour, en précisant ban mesure qui finit prend. Alors, d'abord, le ministre du Transport Ousmane Mohamed dit que c'est troisième PNQ qu'il peut répondre depuis qu'il prend service. Il précisait d'abord que le bus en question il appartenait à PL Logistic Limited et non pas à PL de la Savane comme mentionné initialement donc par le leader de l'opposition, Lydia Buslak, il y en a 12 ans service et Lydia qui est fait examiner le mercredi 16 juillet 2025, soit 2 jours avant l'accident. Fitness Report dit qu'il n'a aucun problème technique. Lydia, un défaut qui finit noté, c'est uniquement extérieur, notamment émission de la fumée qui peine à l'impact. Et il dit concernant l'accident lui-même, le chauffeur a fait une perte contrôle de ce véhicule et qu'il fait une tape avec un pied et il fait une renverse sur lui-même. Alcotest négatif. Il dit qu'il fait 29 blessés dans cet accident-là. Fin gaiement plainte de 20 passagers lors la ligne 243. Côté PL de la Savane, PL logistique donc opéré. Le ministre du Transport fin aussi révine les mesures relatives à Fleet Management System, notamment l'installation caméra dans ban bus, horaire de ban véhicule, mais aussi Patrick, l'introduction permis à point avec plus de 30 offenses contre 21 auparavant.
Donc, les fins aussi précisé que PL de la Savane, depuis 4 novembre 2022, suite à une décision du cabinet, ce véhicule n'est plus en service, mais finit dans une court order, l'affaire donc finale en cours, une très longue affaire. Donc, récemment, la Cour a décidé qu'il y ait droit à retourne la route. Et comme on fin précisé, donc, ça, bus qui est concerné par l'accident, c'est pas PL de la Savane, mais c'est PL Logistic Limited. Donc, il peut n'en y avoir avec PL de la Savane. Donc, les fins dit aussi qu'il concerne un penalty point system, donc pour une 30 offenses au lieu de 21 auparavant. Donc vendredi dernier.
Peut-être environ 34 si je ne pas
voilà,
faire
34,
à la fin, il précise.
C'est le chiffre exact qu'il a donné, 34. Donc vendredi dernier au Conseil des ministres, à la réunion du cabinet, fin pour la décision pour autoriser le ministre à donner des drafting instructions à l'autorité générale pour sa nouveau penalty point system. Il fin dit aussi qu'il par rapport à cet accident, pas aucun cover-up ni concernant tout autre accident, Priscilla.
Oui, alors sinon, Patrick, tout à l'heure, donc à l'instant même, la Prime Minister's Question Time qui peut commencer avec pas moins de 18 questions qui adressées au Premier ministre, parmi polémiques entourant délégation mauricienne dans le Parlement panafricain, député PMSD Adrien Duval qui peut interpeller le Premier ministre à ce sujet, l'affaire Angus Road, véhicule de l'ancien commissaire de police ou encore dossier Chagos également au menu, licenciement 2 employés INS Africa pour également retenir l'attention lors de la tranche de questions adressées à ministre. Et Patrick Hilbert, le Finance Bill présenté en deuxième lecture à l'Assemblée nationale ce mardi. un débat qui peut continuer autour de mesures annoncées dans le dernier budget.
Voilà, donc le Finance Bill qui finit présenté par le Premier ministre et ministre des Finances, Navin Ramgoolam, vendredi dernier. Donc, il a fait ce discours d'ailleurs d'introduction par rapport à ce texte de loi. Le texte de loi-là nous rappelle, il met en œuvre une mesure qui est annoncée dans le discours du budget 2025-2026. Donc, les permettent l'amendement de beaucoup de textes de loi pour permettre justement la mise en place de toutes ces mesures-là. Donc, parmi il y a les modifications de l'âge d'éligibilité à la pension de retraite de base. Donc, il fait beaucoup polémique. Donc, il passe de 60 à 65 ans. Il y a une nouvelle mesure concernant les Smart City. Mais aussi, il y a les autres amendements qu'il peut apporter concernant notamment un encadrement plus strict de coopératives de crédit, détails sur l'introduction du tourisme fee, contrôle renforcé sur la fiscalité des services numériques, entre autres.
Voilà, donc, et puis également à l'agenda aujourd'hui, les autres projets de loi. Donc, le Civil Appeal Bill, qui est pour présenter en première lecture, le Rodrigues Regional Assembly Amendment Bill et l'Economic and Financial Measures Miscellaneous Provisions Bill. Autant donc pour le compte-rendu de cette PNQ. Merci Patrick Hilbert.
Merci à vous, Priscilla.
Merci à toute l'équipe technique, donc en régie. Kupusami et Anti Shabawan. Donc, merci à nos collègues à la réalisation de cette émission. À 13h, capable suivre le journal complet avec de larges extraits de cette PNQ qui est présenté par Dushila Mansingh. À bientôt.